It's tea time. This is where we spill the tea.
People who want to have normalcy and raise their healthy family live in places like Long Island.
Hashtag Long Island Life.
The hot teas, the hotties.
I've had the opportunity to see some incredible beauty, some incredible sunsets, some incredible cultures. But at the end of the day, where do I want to be? Fire Island and Bayshore.
Happened here on Long Island.
It happened here on Long Island
So
because,
cool.
you know why? Summers are awesome here.
You're in there with the sharks. As long as you don't stick your arm out the cage, because you only can do that once.
First of all, I feel left out because there's a bottle of wine in between
Yes,
the two
We
of
should have
us.
told you.
I don't know what that is. What is brioche?
And you're the cut.
Long Island Tea. Welcome back to Long Island Tea, where we spill the tea on why we love living on Long Island and just being here. And I'm Kristen.
I'm Sharon, and we're back.
You're back.
Yes,
I've been
girl.
here, girl.
You've been here.
I've been here without you, and it's been tough.
Yeah.
But more importantly, you're back.
I know.
Okay.
So fun.
Tell us all about it.
Oh
'cause
my gosh.
How you doing?
How you doing? I'm doing fantastic.
Yeah, I bet.
It was awesome. I mean, it was just so incredible just to be away
Yes.
for a few days. Like,
Are you going to tell us where you were?
yeah, so we went to Vegas.
Yes.
We
Vegas, baby.
Yeah, Vegas, baby. We celebrated my husband's birthday and Mother's Day, and it was,
And you were supposed to go last year.
yeah. So it was a trip that we planned last year prior to the pandemic, and we rescheduled it once we realized that the world shut down.
Yeah, because it was Dan's 40th
Yeah.
birthday last year.
Yeah.
So it was a big
was a
40th
big deal.
birthday
Yeah,
trip, which,
exactly.
you know, Vegas is like those kinds of fun
things,
Yeah.
yeah.
And so you were able to redo it finally.
And we, like, when we rebooked it, the girl on JetBlue Vacations on the phone was like, so, you know, like, she was so excited. She made me so excited when she's like rebooking it. We originally had booked it in a hotel, and she was like, have you ever stayed there? And I was like, no. She's like, how about, you know, you have some credit here because things are so cheap now. And that kind of leads into my story about the vacation is everything, you know, flights, everything was just, we already prepaid for it. So it was awesome. But we upgraded our hotel to Mandalay Bay, which was beautiful resort. It has incredible pools and beach, like their own little beach resort. But let me tell you something. Because the tickets are so cheap now, there was so many families there. Children.
Oh, no.
No. So I can
Nope.
say that I didn't really stay at the resort.
Really? At the Mandalay Bay?
Yeah, it was kind of not.
Because Mandalay Bay, that's where the House of Blues is.
Oh my gosh,
right?
incredible.
And okay, but they also have an aquarium and
They
stuff.
have a
now that
beautiful
you say-
aquarium, like a shark reef aquarium. I wish I did enjoy the pool, but I'm also glad like I didn't do it because I would have like honestly, as a mom, my biggest advice ever is to take that trip.
Yay.
You know what I mean? Like you just need to. I know it's scary. I know you're sad. You don't want to leave your kids, young or old or whatever. But it's so important to just take that little 3 or 4 day trip just to get away and find yourselves again. You know, like whatever.
That's
We
so
had the
cute.
best time.
I love it.
But because tickets were so cheap, and you know, it was packed. It was
That's
really
weird.
packed. It was weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
It was fun though. You know, we
Yeah.
had a great time.
A Vegas baby.
Vegas baby. I mean, we walked the strip one day from Mandalay Bay, which is not on the strip.
Right, it's
So
further
like at
down.
the
It's
very
further down.
end, which I didn't realize you have to, you know, walk. So
Well, they have the trams.
it wasn't working.
Oh,
It was
okay.
like kind of
All
on and
right.
off.
Yeah.
That was the thing. It was weird to be in Vegas for the first time since pandemic and to see how they were doing things. I mean, walking down the strip and every hotel is outside trying to call you in. Hey, I got free vouchers. Come take a look, or you know, 50% off rooms and whatever.
Whoa, that's
trying
weird.
to build back business.
Here's
You know?
here's a secret. I don't know if people know this, but the top 4 floors of the Mandalay Bay are the Four Seasons.
Yeah, you told me that, and we were talking about that
I stayed there.
with one
It's
of the
amazing.
bellmen. We were trying to figure
Yeah.
out how many actual floors there were, and he's like, if you look on the elevator, if you actually count the floors, he's like, it's not true.
Ooh.
He's like, because the top 4 floors
Yes.
are
the Four Seasons. Have you ever stayed at a Four Seasons?
No, actually, maybe I have. I don't know.
Mind blowing.
I went to Florida once, and I like got kicked out of my hotel. They didn't have my reservation, so I had to go find another hotel that night, and I wound up staying at like, I don't know,
Something
some
awesome.
gorgeous hotel, and I never wanted to leave.
Yeah, you're like, thanks for kicking me out.
Yeah, thanks for not having my reservation.
It's just this. It's the service. I mean, it's the same hotel as Mandalay Bay, but it's like the couple things: the service, and it's like the linens.
yes.
Oof.
So we stayed in a Staywell room,
Ooh.
which the water was like infused with vitamin C.
Whoa.
And, you know, like your skin was like softer than ever.
That's amazing.
I'm telling you what,
I've
like
never
it was,
heard
it was this thing attached to the shower. It was weird, but like that's one of the benefits of that.
You got to spend all day together,
Yeah, we
just
had the best
relaxing, not having to worry about anything. And cool thing about Vegas is you don't have to worry about really driving anywhere, going
Right,
anywhere. And
right.
you had a romantic dinner. How
Yes,
was it?
we did. So we had 2 of them actually. He surprised me on Mother's Day with dinner at the Paris. Oh my gosh, let me tell you, that food.
Was it at the Mon Ami Gabi
Yes.
that overlooks
Yes.
the Bellagio fountains? Oh,
I wasn't gonna.
this is actually an Long
try and
Island
pronounce
tea,
that.
but we're going to talk about Vegas the whole time because you know what? This is the real. This
Yes.
is what Long Islanders like to get away to.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
and you
it's
know,
fine.
tourism is important. You gotta,
is,
You got to
and-
boost it, and
Every single destination, you know, we all support each other.
Yeah.
So this is awesome. And Las Vegas has been hurting.
totally hurting. And they said that they're 80% capacity, but I'll tell you what, it was packed when we were there.
I love the Mon Ami Gabi. I go there
my
every time because you sit on
goodness.
this patio and it's at the Paris and
yeah.
it overlooks the Bellagio fountains.
Yes, and honestly, was the best meal I've ever had in my entire
French,
life.
yeah, French cuisine.
So I had filet mignon, but it was like butter
Ooh,
going in your mouth.
yeah.
Like it was just so good. And like I literally, I ate half of it, whatever, gave the rest, and I'm like, Dan, you need to eat this. Like you've never had a steak in your life like this before, and it was 100% delicious. Then we left there. We watched the water show at the Bellagio, love it. So romantic, you know, like that's just so incredible. I can watch
Yeah.
that all day long. And then for his birthday, we went to the top of the world at the Stratosphere.
Okay.
So it's the restaurant that rotates up top. Incredible views. We went at sunset, just surrounded by mountains, and you see the strip and all the lights. I mean, it was just gorgeous.
I just love that you had the time away and that you and Dan, because when you have 3, especially you have 3 littles, you get so lost in your day to day and it's so hard to break away. And even with my teenagers, one of the things we're going to talk about is traveling this summer and how there's so much pent up demand. And I'm like looking at vacations every day.
Yeah,
I'm like,
just a
I'm going to go. Where am I going to go? I'm going to
quick
go.
getaway,
I'm going to
you
go to
know?
Puerto Rico.
Yeah,
I read an article and then I'm like, nope, I'm going to go to Nashville. There's a new nonstop flight. I'm like, oh, no, I'm going to go to the Cayman Islands. And then I'm like, turns out all that seems like a lot of work. I'm probably just going to stay here because it's awesome. And I'll just go, you know, to Long
To
Beach.
the beach for the
or whatever
day.
for
Yeah,
the day.
exactly.
You know, because it's hard because we live in such a vacation destination
Yeah,
that
yeah.
sometimes it's hard to justify.
Leaving because I
Leaving.
vacation every year here. You know, like I go to
it's so,
Montauk.
it was
or I
like
go to,
Fire
you know,
Island, or there's so many places to go here, and not even just Long Island, but New York State.
Yeah.
There's so many places, but I think it's really, really important, especially when you have little kids. And you don't get that one-on-one time. You don't
100%.
have date night every
Exactly.
week. That you guys needed that time.
We needed it. And like we
love it.
that was probably the best day of our vacation. Like we did 100 million things, but my favorite part of the vacation was like the day that we decided to stay in the hotel room and just we talked for hours and no uninterrupted conversation.
Yeah.
But we were especially so surprised by a beautiful gift sent to our room.
Aw.
It was a gorgeous bottle of champagne from my bestie right here.
I got you.
It was so that was the day that we you know, like
Aw.
we popped the champagne and we just had the best time.
It was so cute, you know, and that's so sweet. I'm so glad that you enjoyed
my
it. But
God,
it was
I
like
loved it.
it was Mother's Day and it was Dan's birthday, and you guys have done so much for us around the wedding. So I was like, I wanted to just make sure you had a great time. I was so
Yes,
excited for you
thank
guys.
We did.
And in the meantime, I was here,
Yeah.
just holding down the fort,
Yeah,
without
trucking
you,
along.
which is, you know, it's always Murphy's Law. The second you leave, every single contract
Yeah.
is up. And there's 45 questions about
Yeah.
our federal tax ID number.
Things that you're like,
And I need forms about living wage. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I don't
know.
Oh. And,
Hold on.
And I wasn't going to bother you. I was like, nope.
No, but I saw them come through, you know, because of course I'm checking my emails while I'm away, and I'm like, oh, okay.
No, I was purposefully taking you off of email threads because I know you check it. You're like me. And I'm like, nope, take her off. It can wait. But it was great. We had a new employee. Our new
Yes.
director of marketing started. And again, you weren't here to like orientate her. So
I kind of got her all situated
I
right
know.
before
Yes,
I left.
you
I
had
told you, I was
everything
like,
ready.
I didn't realize it until after I set everything up, and I was
Yes.
like, oh no, I'm not going to be here.
And this was
it's
a very important position. We've been
Yeah.
desperate without her, and we're so excited to have Danielle. So you'll hear about Danielle, I'm sure, as part of our team now. So you weren't here to like give her the whole orientation, although you had everything ready, her business cards and she had a little welcome bag
Yeah,
of
so
merch.
cute.
But I did my best. I took her to Sexy Salad,
And that's amazing.
That's all I know.
That's
I was
the
like,
best.
this
That
is what
the
you need to
best.
know about working in this office. Is here's the Sexy Salad.
Yeah, and it is the most best,
that's-
delicious salad you'll ever eat in your life.
I'm like, Sharon, that's what I could do.
Yeah, you did incredible.
Thank you. I was like, Sharon's not here, so this is.
She's so awesome, though. Like, I'm so glad that you did that because, like I said right before I left, I didn't realize it until I set everything up, and I was like, oh my God, I'm not going to be here on first day. Like, that's so awkward for me.
It was,
You know?
it's never easy when your right hand or the person that you go to for everything is gone, and I'm sure it's the same thing. You do it when I'm gone,
Yeah.
and but I was so happy that you were living your best life. In the meantime, I have to tell you a funny story. Like I was like, this is just how the week went. Okay.
Exactly.
So this just summarizes. So we had date night on
Yeah.
Thursday night, and we sat at the bar at the tavern
Okay.
at Three Village Inn, which we always do.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. And we sat at the bar, and so because we were at the bar, the bar stools are curved, and so your purse. What do you do with that?
Right. On the curved bar stool. I don't
You
even know.
can't.
You put it on the floor.
Sometimes there's hooks, but there's a hooks always like right in front of your knee.
Yeah, there's no, and then
It's
you
so
knock
annoying.
into it.
And
yeah.
of course, because I have my purse is like a suitcase. So anyway, I put it on the ground, which you're not supposed to do, but I did it. Whatever. I was having my favorite go-to, which is the fish and chips.
Okay.
As we know, I don't
Yeah.
ever deviate.
Right.
I get the same
Never
thing everywhere.
leave the- yes. Yeah.
So I'm eating the fish and chips, like, and it was really, it's fabulous. While it's very crumbly and delicious, and there was a moment where it like fell in my lap. I'm like, oh, that's weird. Sorry, I don't know how to eat fish and chips. And I didn't think anything of it. And then the next morning, I'm getting ready. Oh, I'm looking. Looking for my glasses to pull my purse. My purse
I can't even imagine.
smelled so bad. I put my I love fish and chips, but I actually hate the smell of fish. It's horrible. Like you're dying. This is a true story. I put my face in. And also let's
Oh my
not to brag
God.
because it's old. This is not a new, but it's a Louis Vuitton.
Right. And you put it on the floor. Number one, I always yell at you. I'm always like, pick it up off the
My
floor.
purse reeks. I was like, oh.
Oh my God. How
my
much
God.
fish fell in there?
Then I had to empty out everything, and I had to look. I was like, it was a search. Finally found the chunk
oh God.
of fish at the bottom of
Oh my
it.
God.
So this is how my week went.
Right.
Without
so
you.
you started out with,
I was like, and awesome.
and now my bag smells like fish.
Yeah, it's still
Excellent.
airing out.
Oh
I've
my
been
God.
spraying it every day. I had to change purses. And so like today I have no powder. I have no half the stuff in my old purse.
Right. You don't even know where
I don't know where anything is.
I hate
I'm in a
that.
new purse. I need a new purse anyway. I've been needing one. But
I keep telling you.
Thomas was like, so this is how we're going to get a new purse?
And I was so going to text Thomas on Mother's Day and be like,
oh, he knows.
hint, hint.
He knows. The purse, of course, the one purse I've been on. Anyway, it's out of stock. But so, yeah, a giant, I have fish. I have
You-
fish purse. It's true. 100% true. And I was like, then it was like, Sharon, are you having, and they're like, I'm having the best time. It feels so romantic. I'm like, okay.
Glad you are.
Yeah. Yeah. But so speaking of crazy stories like that, though, you told me offline a story about Vegas. I feel like you should share it if it's not embarrassing. The one about the pictures. You literally just told it about the Las Vegas girl.
Oh, okay. I just got really nervous.
Oh my God, she got really
What
nervous.
pictures are you talking about?
You just got really
Okay.
nervous. That's funny. I don't want to know about those pictures.
I'm crying.
Sharon.
I'm laughing so hard.
That's-
so anyway, I'm on the
Oh,
strip.
I kind of want to know about those pictures now. I don't know what you thought I was talking about.
I don't even know.
Woo! Okay.
So I go to Vegas.
Yes,
And this
we've
is
heard.
such a typical thing,
Yes.
right, of Vegas. I'm on the strip. People are, like I said before, they're calling you into their hotel. Come take a look, blah, blah, blah. Also on the strip are Vegas girls, you know, in their getup,
Yeah.
feathers, head to toe, whatever. And they're like, come take a picture, you know, like it's whatever. So it's the first night we're on the strip and we are margaritas deep. We're having a good time. And they're like, pictures. And I'm like, hon, let's get a picture. Like, you know, with the Vegas girls, it's so fun. yeah, honey, come here, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So we sit there and they're like, okay, this one, put your leg up, put this arm over here, whatever. And it's like wild. So we're like, all right, thanks so much. And she's like, $60.
Oh.
I was like, what?
Yeah, not free.
Not free.
Were you thinking you were going to tip her
I
like
don't
$5?
even know. Yeah. Yeah.
$5.
Yeah, it's fine.
Thanks. Nope.
And she's like, I take Venmo, PayPal, whatever.
That's amazing. Of course she does.
She whips out her cell phone, gets her Venmo ready for me to
Awkward.
scan it. So now I'm totally awkward. Now I don't even know what to do. Dan has no clue that this is happening.
I would just, I would fully just like let someone, I'd walk away.
I was going to, but I felt bad. These poor girls.
Of course, you
they're
want to
out
tip
there.
$60 though.
I know. Stupid.
Come on.
Stupid.
20? Sure.
Yeah. So she's like $30 each, and I'm like,
No,
okay. And
no,
like I just scan Venmo, and
You would negotiate. You'd be like, no, I'll give you 20.
no,
You don't have a contract.
I know, and I'm normally such a good negotiator.
Yeah, margaritas will do that to you.
Yeah, yard margaritas.
Oh, yards. Well,
know.
now we know what happened with the other pictures. We
Right,
thought I was going to
so-
bring up that. Oh my God, that was funny. You were like, I'm super nervous. I gotta
didn't
love
know
our
where you
Vegas
were
tours.
going.
All right,
Oh
so
my
clearly
God.
we're having a time. Let's talk about the wine of the week.
Wine of the week. Okay.
Because we're loving it. Obs.
It's so
You
good.
almost divulged something. I don't even want to know what it is. All right, so tell us what we're drinking.
Okay, we are drinking Palmer Vineyards. Really? Okay. How to pronounce it? Albariño.
Albariño. Because the Enye. Anytime you say that over about
Yeah.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Enya.
Okay. Albariño.
Barino.
Albariño 2020. It's delicious.
It is good.
It is got the crisp apple, sweet peach, and the ever so light touch of orange peel and fragrant gardenia.
Ooh, I love
So good.
gardenias.
Me too.
Oh my God, an orange peel. No, that explains it. That's
Yeah.
cool. I didn't know
It's
that.
delicious. I didn't really taste like all the fruit, but I think that it does taste fruity.
Yeah, and Palmer Vineyards, have you been there?
Yeah, I love Palmer.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
And I follow Long Island Wine Country on Instagram,
Yeah,
and they just came out with cans
I know.
just in time for summer.
It's incredible. Have you ever had a canned wine?
Yes.
Okay.
And, I don't think I would drink it like if I was at home, but
Right,
when you're
on the
going to the
summer,
beach
yeah.
or whatever, it's awesome. And they're cans for the summer. I want to say they're rosé or something. I don't know, but they look like American flags.
Yeah, they're so cute. I know. I love it.
You
I
would buy
love
them
it.
just for like the ambiance.
Yeah,
It's so
exactly.
cute. All right. So we love Long Island Wine Country. And thank you for sponsoring our wine of the week. And we're super excited about this Palmer Albariño, which is
Albariño.
delicious. So Long Island boasts 57 distinct wine producers offering an array of award-winning varietals, breathtaking vineyards like Palmer, and seasonal events. And for more information, go to liwines.com. Or we do have on discoverlongisland.com/tea our wine of the week exclusive deal.
Yeah, which is incredible.
Yeah,
It always
so
is.
for sure go there
Yeah.
because it changes all the time, and you can get something really exclusive there. So thank you, Long Island Wine Country, because God knows after this week in my fish purse,
You needed it.
I have been looking forward to this. It's a true story, but I can't even make it up.
I can't even imagine.
Okay, so you know what time it is, Sharon?
Yeah.
It's tea time. Okay, do you have tea?
I do.
Okay.
So we had the 5.5 hour flight.
Yeah.
That for some reason I can sit in a car for 5.5 hours, no problem. But on an airplane, I'm like, what's happening? Get me off the screen.
Yeah.
But I watched Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, yeah. Had you not seen it before?
I've never seen it before.
Oh,
I know
it's
it's
so
an
good.
old movie. Incredible.
So
and you
good.
have to be a Queen fan. You have to.
I don't know about
I
that.
know.
You think so?
I think you do. I think you have to like love their music. I really
I
do.
only, when I saw it, I only knew Bohemian Rhapsody, really.
Really?
I mean, mostly because of Wayne's World.
Really?
So I wouldn't say
I don't
I'm
know
a huge,
why I would know Queen. I just did.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
But I thought the story of Freddie
The
Mercury
story. Oh my
and
gosh.
his life and relationships, it's awesome.
incredible, and the actor that did it, amazing,
Amazing.
Like, unbelievable. So I would highly recommend that
Yeah.
movie if you haven't seen it yet. But also, Tea Time is that Jones Beach released their their summer list.
Oh, their concert list?
Yeah.
Ooh, who is it?
So many people.
Okay, let's hear
Matchbox
it.
20,
Ooh.
the Black Crows, Chicago.
okay.
I love Chicago. Rod Stewart.
Shut up. I saw
Yes.
Rod Stewart in concert one time. It's amazing.
I don't know if I would love to see Rod Stewart.
You
in
know what?
concert.
It's amazing. I saw him in concert and he was hilarious. He's a total performer. And then I went to Scotland And Rod Stewart is like the Billy Joel of Scotland.
Wow.
Oh my God. Everywhere you go,
He's like,
the entire jukebox
oh my God, that's
is Rod
awesome.
Stewart, and everybody's listening. He is the Billy Joel of Scotland. He is
so
to
cool.
what Billy Joel is of Long Island. He's amazing.
Yeah. Okay.
Super
so
fun.
He's coming
I
back
recommend.
to Jones
Yes.
Beach. Of course, Jimmy Buffett, Luke Bryan.
Oh,
Thomas
from American
Rhett.
Idol. Isn't Luke Bryan on American Idol?
Yes.
He's a
Yeah,
judge.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
the only way I
yeah.
know him.
Yeah, you don't listen to country.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a lot of Dirks Bentley, my man Dirks. I love him. Oh my God.
Somewhere on a beach. I know that song.
Yeah, he's
That's him.
awesome.
That's a good
He's a performer. I've seen him
Yeah.
at the beach, and his set is amazing. Some really cool people. Backstreet Boys,
Shut up. I'm going.
right? Alanis Morissette.
I love her.
Are you
Alanis Morissette
kidding
is
me?
going- We should do that together.
We should.
When is that?
I think August 29th.
Let's get tickets.
Yeah, I think it's August 29th.
I'm just so pumped that
It's back.
Jones Beach Theater.
Yeah.
This was because last summer was the first summer I'd ever been on Long Island and not gone to a Jones Beach.
Exactly.
And that should be on everyone's living list.
You know what's so cool? This is like maybe some insider scoop.
Chris, wait,
tea.
have you guys, Chris and Alyssa, have you guys been to a Jones Beach Theater show?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
of course. Yeah, everyone's like,
Right.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
you're not a Long Islander if you haven't
Right.
been.
Yeah.
See you this summer.
We went a couple times 2 summers ago where it was like we went the day of and went to the box office and said, what do you have left? And like that was the way to do it because we saved so much money doing it that way.
Let me just tell you okay, depending on where you're coming from. If you're coming from our part of Long Island,
Mm-hmm.
just the drive to Jones Beach Theater,
It's
when you cross
incredible.
the Robert Moses Bridge,
And you're driving down
and
Ocean
you're
Parkway.
like Ocean Beach. At least I didn't say something else. Ocean Beach Parkway.
Yeah.
It is amazing. I love it. And
It's so cool. And on a clear night, you can see this New York City skyline on the Ocean Beach Parkway.
and the thing about Jones Beach, I always say, when you're high up,
Yeah.
the seats are better.
There's like not a bad seat. But like I
100%.
said earlier, when we went to a couple concerts, like we saw Chris Stapleton, who was amazing. Like you don't even have to be a country fan to love Chris Stapleton. We saw him and you can like touch his boot. We were on the floor. Like it was incredible.
I don't know.
I will never see him like he's coming to Madison Square Garden. I'm like, no. I've
Yeah.
been to Jones Beach and I was like,
It's so intimate and it's so beautiful. I mean, that's awesome.
yeah,
That's good
so
tea.
Yeah, it's released. It's out on the website.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So kind of in line with that, my tea is that the governor is expected to announce that beaches are going to be 100% capacity starting
Ooh.
July 4th weekend.
Amazing. Perfect timing, Gov.
Yeah. Thank you. I mean, and July 4th is like a total Long Island Life thing.
100%. Yes.
It's that weekend.
Yeah, it's incredible.
No one should ever not be here.
Right, exactly.
The 4th of July
Yeah.
weekend because it's the coolest place ever.
We
so-
literally have like a beach party every year. Like not a party, but
Yeah.
like everybody who wants to go, like we park our spot at 8:00 in the morning. We hang out all day and everybody meets us and like, it's just so amazing.
Oh my God.
Love it.
So that's perfect that our teas go
Yeah.
together. One more real quick tea. TikTok. Catherine showed me that. Did you watch the?
Oh my
If you are not
gosh.
following our TikTok channel.
So this is the Discover Long Island channel.
yes. So we have two. Discover
Right.
Long Island on TikTok, and then we have Long Island, New York. And Discover Long Island's more about like our team or whatever. Catherine did the cutest TikTok for Discover Long Island, and I damn near cried.
I cried. I did. I was like, yes.
It's so cute. It's about loving. It's about what you want to know what love feels like. Can I
Yeah.
describe it to you? And then it goes through all of
this
the
image.
images
Yeah.
of Long Island, and it's true.
It is. And like they're just really quick snippets, but it was
It's
incredible.
so amazing. You watch it and you're like, oh my God, we live in the best place
Yeah.
ever. So follow our TikToks if you want to be emotionally moved because it's amazing. I mean, so now we have a very special guest
Yes.
on to talk more about why we love Long Island
Right.
and hashtag Long Island Life.
So
All right, so Sharon, it's time for hashtag Long Island Life.
yes.
Yeah.
So exciting.
Yeah, which we always love talking about, like what makes Long Island different and unique. And one of Long Island's most famous attributes, which people don't realize, is our golf.
Yeah. 100%.
Because we're known for beaches,
Right.
and everyone thinks, oh, I'll go to Long Island, go to the beach. But
Right.
we actually have amazing golf here.
Amazing golf where we've hosted U.S. Open twice.
Yeah, the U.S. Open, the PGA Championship.
Yeah.
By the way, the PGA, so the U.S. Open was Shinnecock out in like the Hamptons, amazing. And then the PGA Championship is at Bethpage
Right.
And the cool thing about Bethpage Golf Course is that Bethpage Black is it's on a state park.
Yeah.
Which is it's unheard of.
It's apparently
It's
like
public.
incredibly hard.
Oh, super hard.
Yeah.
There's like signs about it.
Yeah.
And when I went to the PGA Championship to check it out, I went to the PGA store, which was incredible. I bought so much. I got like a free Yeti.
Nice.
No, that's not. That's how much I bought. That they
They're
gave
like,
me a free
"Here,
Yeti tumbler. I was
thanks."
like, tone it down.
Tone it down. Pull it back
It
a
was so
little
fun.
bit.
I loved it. I love the merch.
Yeah,
And
it's
so,
so fun.
when I first came here, was talking about golf and how important it is and trying to learn about it. So, what do when you want to learn about something?
The
You get the
destination.
book.
You get the book.
Right? So I got the book, Long Island Golf, about the history of Long Island golf and all the attributes about it. And then I was like, okay, so who wrote the book?
Right.
Mr. Phil Carlucci.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're so
cool.
lucky today to have Phil with us on the show.
Hi, Phil.
I'm happy to be here, and yes, Bethpage Black is very difficult.
Yeah.
Very hard.
Phil, I don't know what your actual title is. I just call you the guy that wrote the book on Long Island golf.
That works, I guess.
All right, good. So, I think that, and tell me if I'm wrong. Always, you're the expert here. You literally wrote the book.
Yeah.
But tell me if I'm wrong, but people don't understand Long Island Golf's product. And maybe that's because a large majority of our courses, historically have been private.
Right.
Right. Yeah, there's, I think a lot of people, when they think of Long Island and golfing, they think of places like Shinnecock, and, there's so many incredible, highly renowned golf clubs that are, unfortunately for the everyday golfer, very exclusive, and we're probably not going to be playing there anytime soon. But, there's an amazing depth and quality of public golf on Long Island. Like you said, Bethpage, it's a state park. I'm sitting 5 minutes south of it right now, and there's 5 courses right in the park that anybody can play, that range from incredibly difficult to beginner friendly, I guess you could say. But then there's all kinds of public courses around the island that pretty much suit anyone's needs.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I took my daughter. She's going to be 7 this summer. I started taking her around to a couple of 9-hole courses, and I took her out to some of the 18 holes last year just so she could get a kick out of riding in the cart and hitting a few balls. So,
Did she love it?
It's got something for everyone. What's that?
Did she love it?
She enjoyed it. She liked the idea that people come around in carts selling you iced tea.
Aw.
Yeah. Mhm.
She got a big kick out of that, and she kept, everywhere we went, they gave her like a free like a ball mark or a tee or something like that. So she got a kick out of that as well.
Well, I think you're really smart to do that because I have teenage girls and they really want to. I think when you get to a certain age and you don't know how to play golf, like, I've played it a couple times, but it can be really intimidating if you don't learn at an early age.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's hard to get into when you're older and you want to learn. I think I learned when I was 14. I think my grandfather took me to my elementary schoolyard and had me hit balls back and forth. But it's an intimidating thing to go to a golf course and be around people who have played and might not necessarily want to be stuck behind or playing with someone who doesn't know what they're doing. I mean, I never skied in my life until I was like 20. And I didn't know what I was doing, and I just felt like everyone was looking at me like,
Same thing, same concept. Yeah. Well, I think, golf is really, it can be a very niche sport, but the people that love it. And I have to say, through 2020, especially during a time when people wanted to socially distance and get outside and do something that they could do without being surrounded by crowds, golf really rose to the top as like one of the most favorite thing people wanted to do.
Right.
And so that's why we're really excited to have you on to talk about like how people can have that kind of experience here on Long Island.
Right. Well, yeah, last year golf was one of the main, industry or activity that really thrived in the midst of everything going on last year. I mean, rounds were way up. I had trouble the few times I was able to get out. I was having trouble even finding a tee time at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the afternoon in the summer and fall. It was crazy. But there are plenty of ways that people could get into it. If they're like I said before, there are so many different types of courses that you go out to. I mean, it's not always just an 18-hole course that's 6,500 yards, and there's pitch and putts. There's park courses. There's the down at the beach. There's the pitch and putts down by the water. There's so many different ways.
Yeah, and I think that's really important because I'll tell you why I think golf. What scares me away from golf sometimes is the time commitment.
Yeah.
Right. So if it's an 18-hole, you're like, oh my God, that's 5 hours that's my entire day. And so it's great that there are ways you can go and just get some exercise and get outside. And golf teaches you a lot of flexibility and a lot of coordination. So it's actually really good. Exactly.
Well, yeah, there's a lot. I mean, it's hard. I mean, golf has a bit of an image problem, and they don't do a great job of really addressing it. I think. Everyone associates it with like 6-7 hour days and a lot of money, and that's true if you want to play to the fullest extent, whatever you want to call it. But like for instance, I dropped my daughter off at dance Saturday afternoon a few weekends ago, and then I usually have like a 2-hour window where before I go pick her up. And instead of going to the driving range, I went to a little 9-hole course in Babylon.
Nice.
I played in an hour and 15 minutes, and I got back to pick her up from dance. So I mean, there are plenty of ways that you could do it. It's and I think a lot of people just assume that it's expensive and it's a long day, but there are ways to do it that really fit anyone's needs and time constraints and things like that.
Do you have a favorite course on Long Island that you love to play?
Oh, we're gonna make you say your favorite.
It's gotta be
the golf.
Well, I did. There was a course called Tallgrass in Shoreham that I was a big fan of, but unfortunately it closed a few years ago. They put a solar farm on it, so now that's gone. But I mean, I played Bethpage Black twice, and it's hard to beat that from a quality standpoint. Right. I mean, it's not a place you could go all the time because it's so hard. But
what is the story about the sign there that tells you how hard it is?
It's funny. Back when they were having the PGA there 2 years ago, I think Golf Magazine or Golf Digest, one of them, they were trying to find the origin story of the warning sign, and they were asking all kinds of people who put this sign up, why do they put it up?
Because it says warning. What does it say? It says warning, experienced players only, or something like that.
Difficult. It says basically this golf course is for highly skilled golfers, and
it's like a warning. And you see it on the PGA Championship. You see the professional golfers struggle on that course, and they couldn't figure out what the history was. Right? Who put it up?
Yeah, the end of the story was that it's just one of those things where you hear third hand what happened, and then someone says, "Well, I was there in 1960, and I remember the sign being there." And then someone else says, "Well, I was there. It certainly wasn't there before 1991 or something."
So it's all here.
I don't think anybody figured it out.
So, Phil, real quick, couple of bullet points. How many golf courses are on Long Island?
I think there's somewhere between about 130 and 140 golf courses, depending on how.
Which is amazing.
That's incredible.
That right there blows people. It's 120-mile long island.
Right.
So that there's 120 or 130 golf courses. And so, and this is all approximate because they come and go and they close, and I get it. So don't feel like we're going to hold you to this. But, okay, so of those, how many are private and how many are public?
I think, like you said, it changes here and there from year to year a little bit. I think I've counted, and if you count each distinctive course like Bethpage is one place, but it has 5 courses. If you count all the distinctive courses at each place, I think there's about 60 to 65 publics and probably a little more on the private side.
So what's something about Long Island golf that you think would surprise people?
Well, like you said before, I think just the volume of courses that people don't know about. I mean, part of the reason I started my website a while back was because I had gotten to a point where, I wanted to go beyond, the 5, 6, 7 courses that I played routinely, and you couldn't really find any information about them. I mean, I think even now, people just don't realize that outside of their circle of places where they play, maybe close to their house, or maybe they drive out once or twice to different places. I mean, and no matter where you are on the island, you're about 10, maybe 15 minutes tops from public golf course. So that's one thing I think that would surprise people. And I think just the variety of courses, like one public course that's right on the water is Timber Point in
it's beautiful.
Great River.
Yeah.
I mean, you're public or private, you can't get any closer to the bay. There's a famous hole that's right on the bay that pretty much is comparable to any other hole really on the island, I think, and I think most people would agree with that. A place like Lido in Lido Beach is right on the water. And then you could go into central Suffolk in the Pine Barrens, and you're playing inside, pine trees, and it's like you could be anywhere. It's isolation. There's nobody. It's quiet. There's not a lot of people around. So there's just so many different types of places you can go and experience.
That's awesome. Let's give you a plug real quick, because you did start the website that people could find out about golf and learn about golf. So why don't you plug your website, your Instagram, your social media, whatever, how people can find when they want to know more?
Well, my website is golfonlongisland.com. I started that in 2008. Like I said, just to be as a kind of like a central resource for public golfers like myself to find out not just where they could play, but, details of the courses. I try to be as golfer friendly as I could. And I have other stuff on there. I'm a big history buff, obviously, with the book. So I had a lot of historical context into it and other things. That paved the way for me having the opportunity to write that Images of America Long Island Golf book with Arcadia, who I'm sure you've seen at every bookstore, and they have all
I'm holding it up, and it's awesome.
Yeah, and one of the things I wanted to do in the book was I didn't want to just focus on the private clubs. Those get plenty of press, everywhere else. I wanted to make sure that the public golf was well represented, and then in addition, I also wanted to make sure that the no longer with us golf courses were represented as well, because one of the things I learned doing the book was that I thought it was going to be easy enough to sort of trace the courses as they've come and gone over the years, but I found out pretty quickly that there are probably well over 100 and beyond courses that have come and gone and are forgotten now.
Yeah.
So I wanted to get into the history of that as well.
And it's great that we have you, because that's one of the things I, utilize you for and from the tourism aspect is, of course I follow you on Twitter and all of your social media, but it's great to have your voice because you really keep track and monitor everything. And then we follow you. Right. And so it helps us. Which is great.
Well, I appreciate that. I do work to sort of centralize all that information because over the years, the golf courses haven't done a great job with that. Although I will say that with the pandemic sort of forcing them to sort of put themselves out there a bit and get some attention, they've started to come around a little bit with getting information out and doing a little better on social media and things like that. Yeah. So they're coming along a little bit, but it's hard, and because you've tried to help them publicize, and it's
not always easy. It's not always easy, and that's with anything on Long Island though. A lot of Long Islanders and businesses are kind of like, especially pre-COVID, pre-pandemic, people were like, we're good, we don't really need help. And then it's one of the silver linings, right? It has been one of the ways that everybody's kind of needed to reach out to each other and become more connected, and that's been good. Okay, so I heard a rumor, and I want you to tell me if it's true or not. Because what I heard is that, a lot of the top, like the great courses are private, the exclusive ones, right? And people want to do it, but they can't get on. But I heard that a loophole is what you do is you kind of monitor the charity events taking place. And you can sometimes, like if something for Long Island Cares or Island Harvest or one of the charities, they'll often do events, or the private courses will open themselves up. And so if there's a private course you've always wanted to golf, you can hit two birds with one stone, right? Because
Donate
you
to
can
a
do something for
charity.
charity and get that experience. Is that true?
Yeah, I mean, if you're willing, if you have a couple hundred and maybe even $1,000 lying around that you want
hanging out.
to use and donate/use to get onto a really exclusive private club, you can do it. Yeah.
It's still cheaper than membership,
Yeah.
and it goes to a charity.
It's certainly one way to. It's certainly one way to do it. It's a little bit of an investment. So, but
For a good cause.
Yeah.
Most clubs, I think there's probably a handful that you can't even get on that way either. But most clubs you can.
Well, Sharon and I were talking last week about what we would do if we won the lottery.
Right.
I don't know. They'd have to work for my lottery dollars, but you never know. Maybe for you, I would buy you a membership. Okay, if you could have a membership to any private course, what would it be?
I mean, I guess you'd have to say like a place like Shinnecock, just because of the history, and it's pretty much regarded as the top 5 or 10 courses in the world.
And then, so we'll end on this because I'm super pumped. There are a couple of major things coming for Long Island golf. One is for like the super golf aficionado.
Okay.
And one is for the golf novice. That somebody that you don't even have to like golf.
Right. It's just fun.
Okay. Do you know what 2 things I'm talking about?
Well, I'm assuming one is the Top Golf.
Yes. I am so pumped. I was driving on the LIE last weekend, and in my rearview mirror, I saw the nets. I'm like,
It's
those are the nets for Top Golf. I'm so excited.
It's really well known.
Like, there's a lot of excitement from most people that I've spoken to, and I think the one thing that gets the most sort of engagement with my, whether it's, when I update people on Facebook or Twitter or whatever, is the Top Golf stuff.
Yeah.
People are really pumped for it. People in golf, people just who play, beginners, I think there's a lot of anticipation. People see these Top Golf facilities all over the place around the country, and New York, I think the closest one we have is in like Central Jersey or North Jersey.
And is that one a real Top Golf though? Because this is not a simulator Top Golf. Because Top Golf has 2 different kinds. It's got a real one with the big nets and like the driving, and then it's got a simulator one.
Wow.
This is a real one.
Right. Coming to Long Island, Holtzville.
Have you been to one, Phil? Have you ever been to like a real Top Golf? Have you been to one?
I have not. My golf. I haven't gone away to play golf in a couple of years, and that was before Top Golf became a thing in like Vegas and Myrtle Beach and places like that. So I've missed out up to now.
And when is it opening?
Last I heard that, according to one of the councilmen in Brookhaven, it was going to be potentially in August.
Yeah, that's what I've heard too.
Yeah, late summer.
Yeah.
It's
well, let me
exciting.
tell you, because they had one in Scottsdale when I was there. And for those listeners who are like, I don't like golf, I don't even know why I'm listening to this interview. Oh, let me tell you, if you don't like golf, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Top Golf is like, it's so awesome. It can be like a club. It's these individual stalls, and you're elevated, and it's almost like not bowling. It's kind of like bowling,
right.
but you drive, and it's got these screens, and there's music, and it's almost like table service.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's also great for birthday parties,
Yeah.
kids. Like, it's so awesome, and corporate events.
Yeah.
It's a team building. It is
fun.
you can go in knowing zero about golf or never played, and you can have the best time. It's so awesome.
That is awesome.
Well, they're gonna have, I think, live music, and they have dining, and
Yeah.
some of the ones that they have around the country are like full-fledged. Like, I think the one in Vegas has like infinity pools and VIP.
Oh, I'm sure.
clubs.
I don't know that ours gonna have an infinity pool, but I'm telling you, it is kind of be like it's like a club, and they've got great food, and you have your own individual section, which is also great
Yeah, that
in the
sounds
world that we're
awesome.
living in now,
Yeah.
because it's like private, and they have your waitress comes by, and it is so fun. So
We're excited.
I had little heart flutters
When you saw the nets.
when
you're
I
like,
saw the
"Yes, it's
nets
happening."
because it's huge.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then, do you know what I'm talking about when I say the other big world-class, truly international golf event that's coming to Long Island?
I was going to guess Ryder Cup, but
Yes.
Yeah, the Ryder Cup is coming, right? And they postponed it, so it was supposed to be in
22.
Right, I think it's pushed back to 25 now.
Yeah, 25,
24,
2025. And this isn't just the PGA or the U.S. Open.
Right, it's incredible.
I mean, before it comes to Long Island, it's in Rome.
Yeah.
So this is truly a global, international event. People, it's not easy to get tickets. It will sell out. You have to book your room right now for 2025 because there will be no rooms.
Right.
And it's like we were saying, it's like a bucket list thing, but ever since COVID, they're saying you're not supposed to call it a bucket list anymore. You're supposed to call it a living list.
Ooh.
Because you can't wait. You never know what the world holds.
Right.
So it's a living list thing. Are you going?
I would.
If you're lucky.
Hope so.
Are you going to ask us for tickets? He's like, are you going to call us?
Are you going to call me?
I got to keep my streak. I was at the U.S. Open at Shinnecock, and then I was at the PGA in Bethpage, so I'll have to keep my my streak alive and go to the Ryder Cup.
Same. Did you get the Yeti? Did you get the Yeti tumbler?
Did you spend all
No,
that merch?
but I think I remember getting it. I spent enough to get a polo.
Ooh.
Nice.
Polo, so.
Whoa. I think that's actually more than me. I bought stuff for my entire family, and I love it. And I still wear my PGA and my U.S. Open stuff all the time. So I just think that golf is such an amazing attribute of where we live. It's a great way to get outside and to get exercise and to enjoy the beautiful surroundings of Long Island.
Absolutely.
And I think people are they'll be blown away if they're not already with what you're sharing with them. I tell everyone to get the book. Where can they get your book?
So they could get it. I mean, the easiest way is Amazon and the usual, but you could also go to my website. I have a link right on the top of the page to buy it direct. I sign anything they order direct. I sign it.
Ooh,
that's good.
Whoa, hold on,
That's some tea.
hold on.
That's some tea.
I think it's signed.
Oh my God, it is signed. He signed it. I was about to be fully offended. I was like,
I'm
what?
sorry.
Yes, to my friends at Discover Long Island.
So cute.
So cute. Phil, you're the best. And thank you so much for coming on. And I hope that we maybe gave people some information about Long Island golf that they didn't know. And we highly recommend your book because, again, it's not just about the courses and what to do. It's about the history. And there is so much of that here. And we live in the best place in the world.
Right. Well, thanks a lot for having me and letting me talk about golf for a little while. And keep up the good work. Your show is it's really enjoyable. I've gotten a kick out of it, like I said.
Oh, thank you. Leave us a 5-star review, Phil.
Okay.
All right, bye. Have a good summer.
Bye.
Okay.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
So, love that conversation with Phil.
Yeah, he was so cool.
He really cares, not just about golf. Like he's not your average guy that's like, oh, here's the handicap and the tee.
Right.
No. He just loves Long Island and wants to make it accessible and wants to help the local golf courses, which, the thing about Long Island is that it's just like the rest of our tourism industry. Most of it is mom and pop owned.
Yeah.
This is not Troon Golf, which is a global management. These are mom and pop generation family owned businesses. And that's why it's awesome to have somebody like Phil on there.
Yeah, he's incredible.
Yeah. And so, last week we kind of derailed our uncorked advice for CelebriTEA.
Yeah, and I loved it.
Me too. So can we do it again?
Yes.
I was like,
that was so cool.
Because, we were talking about J-Lo and who knew it was going to be, that day, like global news.
Right.
So, and we sort of talked about it last time. Like, I totally ship Bennifer.
I know, you missed them. And here they are, back at
and
it
you're
again.
like,
No, she's recycling. She keeps reducing, reusing, and recycling her men. She literally goes back. First it was A-Rod. Now it's Ben.
Well, listen, but here's the deal. I want to recycle and reduce and reuse apparently every celebrity relationship.
I know.
I'm like all about, was it Team Aniston, Jen and Ben?
I know. Brad.
What was it called? What were they called? It was Team Aniston.
Yeah.
Oh, because it wasn't. Anyway, I love them.
Yeah.
When there were rumors of them getting back together at whatever award show.
Yeah, like just recently.
I was
so excited.
I was here for it.
I know the picture, like of them, like
oh my God, when he touched
holding
her
hands.
and
Yeah.
she looked better
was
than
like,
ever,
oh
and
my
she
God.
won like the Emmy or whatever it was for
Yeah, I
more-
remember.
And I was like, yes.
There it is.
She was showing him what he missed.
Yeah, look at me now.
And, you know, Alyssa doesn't like them.
No.
Alyssa's not a fan. Alyssa says she can do better.
Then Brad Pitt.
Right. Said no
Sorry.
one ever.
Said no one ever. Sorry, Liz.
Although, yeah, he really messed up. He really messed up when he ditched her for Angelina like that. Anyway, don't get me started on her.
I know.
You know, so obviously the first relationships don't always work out, but these ones that are so steeped in angst. So one of the things I've been trying to talk to you about forever is this Olivia Rodrigo,
Yes.
which if you listen, like you listen to country, I have a house full of teenage girls. So I listen to all of
Yeah, I
whatever the
listen to all
teenagers
music, yeah.
listen. Like I know the cutting edge of all the teenage angst.
You do.
Yes. So Olivia Rodrigo has the number one song in the country right now. And the first song so it's a long story, I guess, but she and her boyfriend met on the series, like the television series version of High School Musical.
Okay.
Right. So she was the Vanessa Hudgens and he
Yes,
was the
yeah.
Zac Efron character. And then they fell in love, just like Vanessa Hudgens and
So
Zac
cute,
Efron.
yeah.
I also shipped them.
Totally.
Yes.
Totally.
Okay. So they got together, and then there was this whole story that she was young, and he was like, he turned 18 or whatever.
Okay.
So he was worried about her age.
Okay.
Because she
How
was
young
16.
was she?
I think she was 16.
All right, stop.
But still, when you're 18, there's like
Yeah, it's
an age,
rolling.
like
Yeah, yeah,
adult. And so he said, when you get your driver's license, when you're old enough, we'll be together again.
That's the story?
This is the story.
Oh, my God.
So he always talked about her getting her driver's license because when he turned 18, they were too young to be together.
Right.
As she was. And so she talked about, and so then in the meantime, they kind of split up or whatever. And in the meantime, he started dating Sabrina Carpenter, this
Okay.
other actress, singer
Sure. Of
person.
course he did.
And so then she came out with the song Driver's License
Yes,
about I
so
got my
cute.
driver's license and you're now with this other girl and it's so sad and I'll never love anyone again. And you're like, and she's a big Swift fan,
Yeah,
Taylor Swift.
yeah, yeah,
so it's
yeah.
very Swift inspired, which
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with Taylor
Love.
Swift.
Yeah.
And so then he came out with a song, like a rebuttal song called Lies, Lies, Lies. It's not,
my
I'm like,
God,
first of all,
stop
it
it.
doesn't look good on you. And then Sabrina Carpenter came out with a rebuttal song.
Oh, my
about
God.
Where they did videos like how happy we are together and just
Oh,
move on with your life. I'm like,
stop.
this is not looking well on you.
Right.
Just
Stop
her
it.
song was so sad about her own heartbreak.
Yeah.
So then she came out with a new song. And now it's called Deja Vu.
Ooh.
And it's
Ooh.
like, do you get deja vu when we were with her? Because the ice cream that we would always get.
Yes.
And and then she's got Billy Joel in her song. Do you sing Uptown Girl to her? I'm the one that introduced you to Billy Joel, and
Oh
I'm the one
my
that told you about
gosh.
him. And we did it first. So
That's
do you get
so
deja vu? And I
funny.
was like, ooh,
There
burn,
she is,
burn.
girl.
Anyway, I'm about the celebrity.
Yeah.
Crushes and
I love it.
Yeah, I'm here for it. So it's teaser time.
It's teaser time. Whoop, whoop.
Do you have any teasers?
Yes. So we have the Belmont race
Yeah.
coming up.
Yeah, Belmont
Hello,
Steaks.
Belmont Steaks.
Yeah. Have you heard the controversy of this?
A little bit. Chris and I were talking about it earlier.
Okay.
It's very controversial.
So the way Belmont Stakes works is it's the third race in the Triple Crown.
Correct.
So you start with the Kentucky Derby.
Yep.
Except for last year, it was weird. Belmont Stakes was first. It was like crazy. It's first in history.
Yeah.
Because of the pandemic. But you start with the Kentucky Derby, and then the next race is the Preakness,
Yep.
and then the Belmont Stakes here on Long
Right.
Island. And if the same horse wins the Kentucky Derby and the Preakness, then there's a shot for a Triple Crown.
Correct.
It doesn't happen all the time.
Right. But it's happened. a few
Secretariat.
times. Yeah.
There's movies about it.
Yeah.
Justify.
Justified.
There was another one. Anyway,
I remember.
I can't remember. So it's a big deal.
Huge.
The Triple Crown. If it's
Yeah.
a Triple Crown, forget about it.
Forget
Forget about it. You're not getting a ticket.
awesome.
So Belmont Stakes. We have Long Beach. That's on LITV right now.
Yeah, coming this Friday.
Yeah. No, it's on right now.
Oh, okay,
So,
yeah.
but it's if you don't know anything about Long Beach, tune in. Beth Page Air Show coming up. We're going to be live.
Amazing. I can't wait for that. That's going to be so
Live.
exciting.
It's scary. This is
I know.
scary enough.
Listen.
We're so over right now.
We are. We're
Okay.
Alyssa's like,
Yeah, that's it. So we've got a lot coming up. Pride, Juneteenth in
Yeah,
June. We got a lot
amazing
coming up.
stuff.
So stay tuned and make sure you stay tuned for the tea, and we'll keep giving it to you.
yeah.
All right. See you next
See
week.
you next week.